Welcome to another Tuesday Weekly Live. And today we're gonna talk about a very special topic, a very difficult one, especially if you're a beginning violinist. Maybe you're not gonna get that bowing technique right from the start, but somewhere in the course, and definitely in Beginner's Book 1 of Creative Violin, we're gonna talk a little bit about short notes. Short notes. Well, there are different kinds of short notes which we can play. Of course, the Italian word to play a short note would be staccato. What is staccato? Well, that is if you play a normal note, and if you're going to play that staccato, we will play it like this. Short notes, right? Okay, pizzicato is also a short note, right? But we are going to talk about spiccato. Spiccato, and that is a short note, a bowing technique for short notes, but we're going to let the bow jump along the string. All right, so take out your violin. And by the way, if you have any questions, let me see, because I don't have the window open. Comments, yes, there we are. If you have any questions of any kind, let me know in the comment section, and let me know if you're there, and if you have any questions. It is live. So if you have any questions, comments, anything, drop them in the comments, and I hope I'll see them. If you're on Facebook or on YouTube, I get the comments, and on one of both, I'm not sure which one, I don't see the name, but that's not a problem. The question is more important, right? Okay, now let's get this set up right. All right, spiccato, the short notes. There we are. The short notes, but with the jumping bowing technique. Now let's first, do you have your violin ready? Yes? Okay, work with me. The first one, we're going to start with the bow on the string, and we're going to shoot it off like that. Can you see the red arrows? Okay, so this first note here, we're going to shoot up in an up bow, and then the second note, we're going to land again. So up it goes, paf, and we land it again. Let me show you. As you see it, it is on the open A string. So we're going to put the bow sort of, not right in the middle, but more at the frog position. Let's say about a quarter of the bow, right? And I'm going to go up bow, and I'm going to shoot the bow from the string. Like that. Don't let it shoot, don't let it fly. Happened to me once in an orchestra. I had to end like that, puck, and my bow went out, and the trumpet player sitting right in the back, he just caught it. Is someone lose a bow? So hold the bow while you do that. Like that. Put it down and give it a little pressure, yes? And then throw it up. Like that, okay? Not too high, not too low, because we want to land again, and we want to land clean. And landing is very easy if you land here at the frog position. If we would be landing here, it's going to jump sort of like that. Ricochet. Train the ricochet like that. We don't want that, right? So land at the frog. And there we have it. Got it? Land at the frog. Now let me know how that's going for you, all right? So, about a quarter of the bow, this is halfway, this is about a quarter, got it? And then we're going to throw it up, whoop, and we're going to land it back again. There we go. Your first spiccato. How about that? Are you with me? Try again, a little bit here. So, little pressure in the string, and then you're going to hear this pop. if you don't apply a little pressure, you're gonna have this. We don't want that. Little puck. I need that one. Tuck. So, puck. Got it? All right. So remember to land at the frog, not here. Otherwise it might jump a little bit further like that, but here. You can land it quite fiercely if you want, no problem. Bam! You're not gonna break it. It's built for this. Got it? Okay, one more time, let's go. And if you want to train this, first on the open strings, so see that you get the bowing technique right, right? And if this goes well, if this is going to be wow, easy, you know, then we can start with a little distraction here. And we're going to add left hand to it. So let's play a scale, the scale of A, for instance. So start here. And different string. And back again. Okay, that is the first one, the first exercise. So get that right. Pressure, corner of the bow, pressure, throw it up and land at the frog. All right, got it? Okay. Second exercise, we're going to do the same thing. So now we're going to start with down bow, and then we're going to throw them up again, right? We're going to throw these notes up and land again. Let me show you. So the first one is we're going to land, right? And now still the bow on the string, we're going to throw it up, and in the same movement land, skid over the string, and then we land again on the downbeat, right? Let me show one more time. So down, and now pressure in the string, throw it up and skid the second note, a third note in the bar, right? And try to make this up movement a little bit fluid, so that I don't see like that, but try to make it in one bow direction, one fluid. See what I mean? So I don't stop, but the bow just goes on in the air and we skid on the string. And then still on the string, throw it up, skid and land. Throw it up, skid and land. How's it going? And don't stop, but move it. If you're up in the air, the bow sort of moves on like that. And of course, if it's very slow, the movement is gonna go a little bit too fast maybe. But you can see if I'm gonna do this a little bit faster. See? So the bow keeps movement and it just lands all the time, skids on the string. So let's practice this one more time. So we can land, bow still on the string, throw it up and skid there. Now, obviously, if this goes easy, if this is easy for you, we're going to add the distraction and we'll play it on a scale again. And back again. That's it. Not too difficult, right? Okay. I hope. Remember, what you have to remember here is when you land at the down bow, the bow is still on the string. It hasn't left the string yet. It's still on the string. There. And from this position, we're going to throw it upwards, like we did in the first exercise. Puck. And then in the same movement, skid. And there we go. Still on the string. Throw it upwards. And bop. Skid it. Just like those stones on the water. You know it, right? From years back. Chick, 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 chick. How many times can we skid? Well, we can do the same with the bow. But it's important, if you throw the stone, it just doesn't stop all the time. It just goes on and on and on. It just skids over the water. That's the thing with the bow as well. But down, keep it on the string and throw it upwards from the string, from the pressure. Pressure on it and then puck, tuck, pressure on it, and then we leave the string. All right? That's easy, right? I hope. Okay, practice, practice. You're gonna get that. So, and now comes, my head is in the way. Let me see there. Well, the actual spiccato notes if we're going to play quarter notes, but obviously 8th notes, 16th notes, we need to practice them, but these are really difficult. What is the difficult thing with this kind of spiccato? Of course, getting a clear note out of it so it doesn't skid over the string like, but we need clear notes. And to get that, the important thing is don't go too far away from the frog. Here it's more difficult to add the pressure you need. It can be done. It can be done, but it's more difficult. Here it's a little bit easier to learn. Can you hear the difference? Okay, now too much bow movement is going to make it skid over the string and it's going to squeak like that. So too much movement of the bow. So keep the bow, we're going to use little piece of the bow here, not more than that. So not too much bow movement, small movements. Right? Okay, the amount of pressure, obviously combining with the bowing speed, bowing pressure, here the same thing applies. If I don't have a lot of bowing speed, bowing movement in this case, but a lot of pressure, we're going to get this thing they call chops. So if you play modern music, we get these chops. Different story, but it's gonna, yeah, it's a scratching technique here. But if I do the same with a little bit bowing movement, then okay. And now what I see most with my students is that once we're gonna practice spiccato, we're really gonna hold that bow. Wow, we have to work the bow. Wow, control everything. But nothing is how do you say that? Less true. Did I say that right? What I meant to say is that it is totally not true. So we need to hold the bow really, really loose, no tension at all, and let the bow do the work. I'm not holding the bow, I'm just not controlling it actually. It'll jump on its own. Now the difficult thing is to get that clear tone. In the up bow and in the down bow. And so the clear tone in the down and in the up bow. That's one thing. The other thing is synchronization. Get what I mean? Between left and right. Right? So we don't get but and really press down the string. If you don't press down the string enough, then it's going to skid as well. Hear the difference? So play really actively, active with the left hand as well. So mean what you do. Power! That's it. Okay. Well, that's basically it. So once again, do 4 or 8 in a row like we've got here. And get it regular. So instead of like that, get it really tuck, 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 like a metronome. Tuck, 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 tuck. And if you do that, if we're going to do that on a scale, of course. We always practice on scales. You're going to get the scales right, but you get the bowing techniques also. So we do 2 practices in one. Efficiency, that is, yeah, I love that. So the next step is obviously 4. And so on. And the next step will be 2, 2. And regular steps. Tuck, 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 like a metronome. And then 1. One step. That's the most difficult one. Okay. My advice for you would be practice this as slow as you can. Start slowly, then you have complete control of everything, of the left hand of the bow. But don't control the bow too much. It's really, the bow has to do the work, right? So don't force the bow in any way. Keep the bow completely loose. And if you're going to do it right, we're going to need a little bit flexibility in the fingers and in the wrist. And maybe even I can do it if I make the movement really small with only the fingers and the wrist. So even this part of my arm, the lower arm, is going to be really, really still. See? You have to find the place where the bow sounds at best. Here it's going to be a little bit more difficult. But if you want to play fierce spiccatos, you want to go a little bit more to the frog. If you want to play mild spiccatos, see it? So a lot of things you have to think about, but study this slowly, very slowly, and keep the synchronization, the sound, the active playing, keep that all in control. That's when you do it slowly. Now we're going to feel what the bow is doing. And it's about listening, and it's about feeling. Right hand as well. Feel the right hand going. See it? Okay. And then afterwards you can experiment with not only going up and down, but going up, a few down, which I showed you just before, but like that, right? So we can practice all those techniques, but first always start slow. Even if you do 4 in a row, feel it. And don't go too far to the middle, to the center. Keep it in this little section here of the bow. Then you're gonna keep control. And there's one more, well, these are the active, we would call the active spiccatos. This is the spiccato that we control. And those are normally the slower spiccatos. There's one more spiccato, which I'm not going to do today, but that is the sautiller. Sautiller is just one point of the bow, where the bow does all the work. You don't control anything. So I'm going to put it here. This is, I think, the place where my bow does the jumping on itself, and these are the faster spiccatos. Can you see it? I'm not doing anything. I'm just going back and forth. The bow is jumping. I can't do it here. It won't do it. I can't do it here. It won't do it. There's just one place on the bow, you have to find it. But normally, if it's the center, it's a little bit on the frog side of the center. That's it. And if you have a loose wrist, you can't do it like that. It won't do it. It has to come from the wrist. You see my arm here? It's completely still. Just the wrist and the place of the bow. That's the sautiller. We're going to talk about that in another Creative Violin Tuesday Weekly Live. Right. Now, I'm not sure when you're going to see this video, but it's a few days before Christmas. So I'm going to skip 2 weeks, Christmas holidays. And I want to wish you a great, beautiful Christmas 2024. So let me know when you're watching this video. It could be in 2024. What did I say, 24? Yeah, I don't know, but I wish you a Merry Christmas of 2022 and a great New Year 2023. And maybe you're already in it when you see this video, but this is when I'm broadcasting this one. So have a great time, study slowly, study well, and if you have any questions, drop me a line. And if you are not studying from the Creative Violin method yet, you're missing out. This is all what we're going to do with fun tunes and everything. Let me show you this. And I'm going to say, God bless, and till the next time. Bye-bye. And then this should start, right? You want to learn to play the violin. And of course, with the best violin method, right? Would you like to learn other styles of music on the violin in addition to classical, such as jazz, country, gypsy music, Irish? And maybe you even want to learn to improvise on the violin. Well, you can, from the very first lesson. You play? I am Xander Nichting, author of the new violin method, Creative Violin, from which thousands of students are already studying. So what makes this violin method so new? The build-up of the technical skills is the same as the old methods. They are fine and do not need to be reinvented. The new thing is in the music itself. Besides classical, are many musical styles, as mentioned, jazz, country, gypsy music, Irish, and even improvisation exercises from lesson 1. But what makes this method completely unique is that videos of all the lessons and exercises in the book are also included. You can see very clearly what the intention is and how to do it. I see it in my own students. They progress much faster, but also much better. And in addition, I hardly notice any motivation problems. Of course, the accompaniments of all pieces and exercises are included. You can use them to give beautiful house concerts, or of course use them for recitals in the violin class. And best of all perhaps is the price of it all. €27.97. €27.97. You can buy the book for just €27.97. It is available as ebook, which you can download and get started right away, or you can purchase the printed version, which will be sent to your address. Everything is included, the videos, which are on our YouTube channel, and the accompaniments. Even if you don't have a violin teacher, you can get started with this. All the explanations that a teacher would give you are also explained in detail in the videos. If you want, you can share your progress in the Creative Violin Facebook group that has been set up just for this purpose. Here you will always get positive and professional feedback on your progress, so you can be sure you're doing it right. And this is also completely free. And there are currently more than 6,000 people active in this group. So for less than €28 you have a complete violin method with video instructions that will take you from a beginner to intermediate level. Book 1 closes with Pachelbel's Canon. And you could be playing this in under a year. Click on the link and we will immediately start your violin career together.